Good morning, traders. So how do we trade this Dow Jones today? So one thing is worrying me on the daily, and that is we have a potential double top here. Okay, and we have diversions on the daily forming. We've got the oscillator forming a bit of diversions, although it is starting to pick up. Okay, so we've gone red, down, down, and now we're starting to pick up with green candles. So yeah, I'm not sure how to read into this because of this chaos that we've got here. So if we just look at it from this, we just dumb it down a bit, make it simple. We are in an upward trend. We have hit a major level, which is a previous high. Okay, and if we look to the left, see how there has been interaction at this level in the past. So we definitely at a major level. We did have a flag break, so bear that in mind. As I spoke about most of the last week, so we've had this consolidation and we've had a breakout. Okay, so technically speaking, provided we break above 26,175, we have a target of 26,354, which basically lines up with these tails here. And then obviously the next target is going to be that one, and then that one, and then the all-time high. Okay, so first level is really so your first target is really 26,354, and then we have 26,476, and then ultimately 26,650. So let's just check the 4-hour quickly before we start making any rash decisions. Okay, so it is still very, very noisy, very busy for me. You can see how this, I don't know what you want to call this here, but that's indecision basically. And if you look at the 4-hour, alligator is pointing up. We did hit this area, but look at what's going on. Got diversions here as well. So I'm in two minds. We're going to have to break this 26,175 area, and we're going to have to break it properly on the 4-hour for me to even consider that this is we have a potential breakout. Okay, the one thing that does give me a little bit of confidence that there is a potential breakout brewing is this triangle that formed into the close. Okay, so basically, if we drill down to the hour and let's just look at what the market was doing. So we had buyers rally in to this level, and then the sellers stepped off this level again, drove it down. Buyers came back in, and the buyers stayed in the market. Okay, so this bar here was definitely profit taking. It was in the middle of the session, and the previous high, so profit taking, drive it down, and the drive down was basically to come and test. I think we missed that breakout, so you can see this inside tail here, which lines up to the left with some of these levels. Not all of them, but a couple of them. Pretty much you can see our price came to this level, buyers stepped in, and then they stayed in the market. So that tells me whenever you get a bar that closes on its high, so in other words, like this, we started low and we closed on its high. Here, there's continuation. Here, there was a little bit of continuation, but we were at a level, and we still are at a level. Okay, so this could be an exhaustion bar, or it could be a setting up for a breakout. Okay, so I'm just drilling down to the 30-minute now, and you can see I can move this down to there. Okay, so we do have a potential flat top triangle, and that is a very bullish signal. And obviously a break of that, so I'm just going to use a block here. would give us a target around there. And if I come and look, just have a look to the left. We've got to go back so far. Middle line. So it is, if you look inside this mess here, you can see there's some tails inside here. So this 12,300 area is definitely an area which we need to pay attention to. Okay, so 12,282. Okay, so that's the flat top triangle target. And then obviously we have a flag target, which is next, which is 26354. Okay, so trend is still up. There's still quite a way to go as far as I'm concerned. So I'm still leaning towards the upside, but I am a little bit concerned that this could be a double top. Okay, so we're going to need to break through this level properly for me to change my tune. And the other thing I want to point out here is this was our measured move. So the measured move hasn't played out. That basically heads to the first flag target. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm playing for. So I'm looking for longs, and I'm looking to take profit at around 26282. Second target would be 26350. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking for. And if we come down to a lower time frame, you should see pretty much nothing that we can really write home about. What I also want to just point out here is how closing range breakouts, which is these two bars here, basically played out pretty well. Okay, what time was that? 7, 8, 9. Oops, that's a bit wrong. So it's these two bars, it's this one and this one. So you can see we opened up inside, came off, and then broke through, came back, tested the break, and then accelerated up and pretty much hit two of our targets. Okay, so that's always a good sign that we're finally starting to get some traction again. Okay, this closing range is extremely small, so I'm not even going to worry about it. Okay, so what could happen here as well, we could bounce all the way down to the bottom here, okay, and then pull to the top. But yeah, so basically what I'm saying is you still want to be long, because it could be a double top, but the double top is pretty much on the daily phase, and your bottom of this double top is all the way down here at 25756. Okay, so that is potential, but right now we've had a flag break. Okay, so we do have diversion. There's a lot of things that are saying be careful, and I think take cognizance of that, be careful, but you should still be trading to the upside because it is an uptrend. Okay, until we break back below this alligator or we start going to sleep like this, there's no reason to get out of any longs that you're in at the moment, but there is a very valid reason to moving your stop up as close as possible. Okay, so provided we stay above the alligator on the, well, let's just say on the hour, we'll be trading to the upside. Okay, if the alligator starts coming to sleep again, then I'm going to wait it out. But yeah, it's a difficult one to call, and it's been difficult on the DAX for some time now. Sorry, on the Dow. So for me, I'm kind of in two minds. So I think whenever I'm in two minds, I tend to not even bother trading it. And I think it's pretty much what we're going to do. Just wait and see. If I do see a decent setup of price action to the downside or a break of this triangle, then I may consider getting in. Okay, so that's a pattern to play from what I can see. and we need to wait for the European Open for it to play out. So what you may find is they may just push this thing down and back down to 26.050, 26.060, and then make a stab at pushing it back higher. Okay, so you've got to bear in mind that we're just hovering at the close at the moment. So we're flat. There's nothing really to read into it, and we need to wait and see what happens at European Open. But there are a couple of patterns that are indicating that we need to play this to the upside. So that's the direction I'm going to be playing. It's kind of difficult to say. We could look for the double top here. I just don't have the confidence that it's turning out to be a proper double top. Because if you look at the price action here on the 4 hour, there's nothing, you know what I mean, there's indecision bars, indecision, but there's no bear bar, although there was one here. Okay, so that's why I say it's kind of, that's why I'm in two minds. Okay, so the correct way to do this is to trade to the long side and wait for something to happen. So don't assume that this triangle is going to break. It may turn out to be a smaller range, and it could be a smaller range based from a retest of that level, or even a retest of this level, or ultimately a retest of this level. So we could pull back to 26135 or 26100 or 26065. I'm sorry, that'll be 26070. So we can pull back to any of those levels, consolidate, and then move to the upside. So that's kind of what I'd be looking for. Look for it to come back and find some support somewhere, and then trade back to the upside. Okay, if this does turn out to be a double top, it's going to get messy. So just want to close off by deleting all the noise and having a look at the weekly. And you can see the weekly, that's our level. So there's the high on the weekly, there's the weekly, and here is the weekly. Okay, so this level of 26180 is a pretty strong level. Okay, but there is no reason to get out of any longs. If you were long from early in the year, those people are still sitting long, and they're sitting right now with 2,000 points profit. Okay, so that's kind of what my take on this is, and that is my worrying factor as well. Okay, so this does turn out to be a double top. We've got a massive rising wedge here, which could play out. Okay, so proceed with caution, I think. And anything at the levels here, any pullback is still worthy of buying until we fail at this level another couple of times. Then I'll start looking for possibilities of heading to the short side. Okay, so for now, it's trade to the upside, trade with the direction, and just wait for the pullbacks. Any dip that you see, like that would be a good area to look for. So 26.130, 26.135 would be a good area to look for an entry long. Okay, so that's my take on this at the moment. So just be very careful. There is potential for both sides. Although, if you're going to trade with the trend, you should be looking for long. So you're looking for any pullback, get in. And this level of 26.180 is also an area you need to pay attention, take some profit off, and wait to see if it breaks or if it holds. Okay, anyway guys, hope that helps. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Cheers for now.